The question was asked. So I am feeling vibration here, Adna Chakra, and vibration in Sahasrara. But I'm not feeling oneness with the universe. I'm not feeling anything. This is actually what you call as Kundalini or energy or whatever is there. Energy seems to be there, Kundalini seems to be there, but I am not giving any oneness or I'm not feeling anything. So, what is the problem? The problem is not feeling, the problem is our interpretation of the vibration is not right. Life or enlightenment is not about the experience. Interpreting the experience in the right way. We can say, oh, there's a scratching on the head. There must be some, what do you call that? Some fungus or something there in the head. Huh? Or itching is there. Okay. We can say that. We can, highest thing, we can degrade it by giving a wrong interpretation. There's some itching here now. What is big deal? But you don't understand the significance of the itching or vibration there. The Sahasrara or Atma is the center of consciousness. Ishvara. Our energy comes from the center of consciousness and goes down in the body through spinal cord and spreads all over the body and appears in the universe. The nature of energy is more from higher to lower, downwards flow. You have seen the river, right? River or rain, water will not stay in the higher level. Water will always go down. Going down is the nature of energy. Energy doesn't go up. So what happens is our energies in the body-mind complex go down and go out in the world, seeking happiness, seeking this, seeking that. So this is called Maya. I'll go out. I want to get this. I want to get that. Our energies are centered at the three lower chakras. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura. Mooladhara means survival. Swadhisthana means sex. Manipura means food. So all our thoughts in the day, 70,000 thoughts or 75,000 thoughts, most of their thoughts are centered on survival, food, or sex. Doesn't mean sex means opposite sex. Sex means children, taking care of children, grandchildren, everything. Or desire for something. They're all, our energies are centered in the lower, they go low and outwards. So this energy going low or outwards is called Kundalini. It's sleeping. The energy is sleeping. Energy seems to be apparently separate from consciousness. The center of consciousness is Sahasrara, Adna and Sahasrara. Adna is Saguna. Sahasrara is Nirguna. Adna is Gurusthana, Guru Chakra. Sahasrara is Sadguru Chakra. Nirguna Nirakara is Sahasrara. Saguna Sakara is Adna. So our energies seem to be moving downwards and outwards. That's called Kundalini, sleeping. We are sleeping, energy is sleeping. What happens when energy is sleeping? Our energy becomes weak because the energy is disconnected from the consciousness. Shakti is disconnected from Shiva. Then I say my energy, I'm an individual. So my energy is limited. Energies of three types: Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. Ichcha Shakti, willpower. How much willpower I have individually? Very weak. Every new year I make a resolution. I am 80 kgs. By next year, I want to reduce 10 kgs. So resolution is New Year day. My willpower. Within next year, instead of 80 kg, I have become 85 kgs, 5 kgs increased. So New Year resolution. Next year I again make a resolution. I want to reduce 2.5 kgs now. I have reduced by this thing. My next year, I will increase by 3 kgs. My willpower is weak. Ichcha Shakti is weak. Because my Ichcha Shakti is disconnected from Ishvara, universal consciousness. It has become individual, ego-centered. And the third year, I'll make a resolution. I'll not make any more resolutions. We give up. Our Ichha Shakti is weak. So, another example, if I go to tour, I'll not feel well. I will not go to tour. We'll give up. Ichha Shakti is weak. We'll end up in giving up. Or we'll end up in reducing our desire instead of correcting the problem. The problem correction is our Ichha Shakti, which is associated with the ego, it has to be merged with the consciousness. That doesn't happen. So then Ichha Shakti is weak. Jnana Shakti is weak. Because whatever I know, I can only little low. Jnana Shakti is low. Kriya Shakti, ability to do something in life, is also low. Now, the Shakti traveling back to Shiva has to go through Sushumna, the central channel. Then you start feeling a vibration, a sensation in the Adma and Sahasrara. The vibration in Sahasrara itself, interpreted wrongly, the higher will lower, it's lower. So you have to interpret that Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti has become one with the consciousness. That is the oneness. The consciousness and power of consciousness have become one. No, I am looking for oneness outside. What is the oneness outside? What you are looking is already Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, you have become already one. The Sarveshwara, Shakti and Shiva and Shakti were separate. They have become one. That's the oneness. No, I'm seeing the universe. I'm seeing the universe separate from me. What is this me? The me is the body. If you interpret universe, me as the body, then you are separate from the universe, definitely. No, I'm consciousness. So your consciousness already, energy has gone back to consciousness. And what you see in the universe is nothing but existence. Is existence and consciousness different? No. Your interpretation of you as a body and universe as a material is a problem. If you look at universe as existence and you look at yourself as consciousness, then already you are experiencing oneness. You are not interpreting it that way. Your interpretation in terms of body, and as a body, how can you be one with the universe? You cannot be. As consciousness, you are already one with the universe. Because consciousness is existence, and all that is there in the universe is existence. I typically ask a question. Have you given a shake hand? Have you done a shake hand with God? You have done shaken hand with anybody. Have you shaken hand with God? No, I have not shaken hand. I cannot make shake hand with God. Everything in the universe is God only. God only is appearing as universe, no? Vishnu only as Vishwa, no? So touch anything in the universe, you are touching God only, no? How can you say I have not touched God? How can I not experience God? So your interpretation is in terms of name and form. If you understand the universe in the forms of existence, consciousness, and awareness, then your whole understanding is different. The understanding of oneness is different. Understanding liberation is different. Whole thing is only Sachidan Swarupa, Brahman only is there. All that experience all that we touch is nothing but Brahman only. Touch, smell, taste, form is nothing but Brahman only. Saguna and Nirguna, Nirakara and Saguna, both are one reality. There's no duality. The inner and outer reality is one. That's why I say life is not split into spiritual and material. Don't split life and spiritual and material. Life is one, divine. The one reality is there. Whatever you touch and feel and experience is nothing but Brahman only. Is Saguna, Sakara, Nirguna, Nirakara. That's one reality. So, here the problem is not experience of itching or vibration. Problem is your understanding. Problem is your interpretation. Wrong interpretation, the higher experience can be just ignored. Right interpretation, the smallest experience becomes elevating. I'll give you an example. Look at the morning. Morning sunrise is there, sunset is there. A very common experience. So we come to a conclusion, sun is going around the earth. But scientists will come and say, no, earth is going around the sun. And they'll give a logical reason. Then we accept that earth is going around the sun. Tomorrow morning when I get up, Again, sun appears to be going around Earth, but we understand Earth is going around. Our interpretation has changed. Experience has not changed. So experience in Vedanta or Vedanta thinking, experience has to be understood right way. That's called discrimination. With the discrimination, you understand, oh, my Shakti, outgoing Shakti has gone back to Shiva. Please understand, nature of energy is to go down. The energy has reversed. Energy has gone up. That going up, energy reversing its path is called grace. Energy going down is called gravity. Grace is the one which can lift you. Take the energy upwards. If you value that, then you'll be liberated. Then you'll feel bliss. If you say it's only just itching in the head, then you look for ointment or comb to correct it. It's not itching, it's more energy. So when you say start respecting the energy will do deeper transformation. Vasanas will go, purification happen, Chitta Shuddhi will happen. If you don't respect the energy, call it as itching, call it some other name. The energy is not respected. Just respect that energy, Shakti. The Shakti is all powerful divine mother. Don't you understand that Shakti is so intelligent? Does she know? Don't you know? All that you study is your life started with two cells. One cell from father, one cell from mother. 2 became 4, 4 became 8. Eyes were formed, ears were formed in the right place. The whole organs were formed. All this is universal intelligence, Shakti operating, functioning. The eyes are fixed at the right place. Ears are fixed at the right place. The function, the heartbeat, pulse, breathing, brain, everything is Shakti, Prana Shakti. So intelligent energy. Energy driven by consciousness. Now, if energy driven by consciousness takes you outwards, because your desires are outwards. Now, why does it go upwards? Because you want liberation, and you have come to a Mahatma who is able to do Shaktipat, reverse the energy flow. Shaktipat is the grace. The grace reverses the energy flow. It starts going upwards. So if you respect the energy, surrender to the energy, there's a deeper transformation happens. So spirituality is not about experience. Spirituality is about understanding, interpreting the experience in right way, respecting energy. Experience, sun goes around the earth. Understanding is earth goes around the sun. Interpretation is different. Experience is same. Every experience of life, you have to interpret properly with the proper discrimination. That's a spiritual journey. So that's why Jnana is highest. Discrimination is important. Right understanding is important. Most of the people look for spiritual experience. Some fantastic experience. However great experience, however fantastic experience are temporary. Experience will come and go. Based on your interpretation, the highest experience can be degraded to lower, or lower experience can be higher. Ultimately, the interpretation, which is based on discrimination, understanding, changes your life. Because intellect is master of your life. A deeper transformation happens. Is that clear? Anybody has a question? Ani, Sita. Okay. Spirituality means we are thinking a special experience. We have to understand we are not human beings trying to become spirit. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Our all experiences are spiritual experience only. When I say spiritual experience, knowing. Knowing is the principle in all experiences. Presence and absence of experience, knowing is there. I am there. To recognize that I am in all experiences, the presence in all experiences, the presence which is there in all experiences, awareness which is there in all experiences, is called spiritual journey, enlightenment. If you're looking for a specific experience of spiritual experience, that experience will come and go. It will not stay. All experiences are temporary. But the presence in that all experience, I am in all the experiences, the reality. That's what you are. Vani, Purnima, Sita, any questions? Gayatri?